In 2025, illegal immigration from Asia remains a growing concern in the United States. Many entered legally, but overstayed visas or crossed borders illegally. This list reveals the 7 Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the U.S., and the surprising reasons why their numbers keep increasing. And now, let's dive in. Number 7. Afghanistan. Afghanistan ranks 7th among Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the U.S. in 2025. The main reason is the country's ongoing conflict and political instability. Since the Taliban regained control in 2021, many Afghans have fled violence and economic hardship, hoping to find safety and better opportunities abroad. A large number entered the U.S. through refugee programs or on temporary visas, but overstayed or lost their legal status due to the chaotic situation back home. One major cause of the high number of illegal Afghan immigrants is the difficulty in deporting them. The Afghan government's limited cooperation in accepting deportees has created a backlog in U.S. immigration courts. This means many Afghans stay longer than allowed while waiting for their cases to be resolved. Additionally, poor record-keeping in Afghanistan makes it hard for U.S. authorities to verify identities and background information, complicating immigration enforcement. This situation raises important questions. How will the U.S. balance national security concerns with the humanitarian need to protect war victims? Can the U.S. improve cooperation with Afghanistan to speed up deportation processes? And what happens to Afghan families who live in fear of losing their legal status? The result of these challenges is a growing Afghan community living illegally in the U.S., often working without legal protections and facing uncertainty. Many immigrant advocates argue that stricter policies harm innocent families fleeing violence. They warn that deporting people to unsafe conditions risks human rights violations. However, U.S. officials stress the need to control borders and enforce immigration laws to protect national security. Afghan immigrants continue to contribute to U.S. communities despite these challenges, often taking on essential jobs and supporting their families. The question remains, will future policies offer a clear path to safety and legal status, or will uncertainty continue to affect thousands of Afghan immigrants? For now, Afghanistan remains a key country with a large illegal immigrant population in the U.S. in 2025. Oh, before we go to the next country, comment down below where you're watching. We love to know where you are from. And now, let's go to the next country. Number 6. China. China ranks 6th among Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the U.S. in 2025. One of the main reasons for this is the large number of Chinese students and workers who enter the U.S. legally, but overstay their visas. Many come on student visas or work permits but fail to leave when their visas expire. This creates a significant population living without legal status. Another important cause is the complex U.S.-China relationship. Tensions between the two countries have led to stricter visa regulations and more difficult immigration procedures. Some Chinese immigrants find it hard to renew visas or get permanent residency, so they remain in the U.S. illegally. In addition, enforcement and deportation efforts face challenges because China does not always cooperate quickly in accepting deportees. This situation leads us to ask, why do so many Chinese immigrants risk overstaying their visas despite the dangers? How do diplomatic tensions affect immigration policies and cooperation? What impact does this have on families separated by strict visa rules? The result is a growing number of Chinese immigrants living without legal status, many of whom contribute to the U.S. economy in jobs that require special skills. However, their uncertain status means they often live in fear of deportation and struggle to access services. Some argue that harsh policies may push more people into illegal status rather than encourage them to follow the rules. Chinese Americans worry that these immigration challenges could harm their communities and increase discrimination. Still, U.S. officials say that enforcing immigration laws is necessary to protect national security and prevent visa abuses. Despite the difficulties, Chinese immigrants continue to play a vital role in education, technology, and business. The key question is whether future policies will help balance security with fair treatment for immigrants. For now, China remains one of the largest sources of illegal immigration from Asia in 2025. Number 5. Nepal. Nepal is 5th on the list of Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the U.S. in 2025. A key reason is economic hardship back home. Many Nepalis seek better opportunities in the U.S., but legal immigration pathways are limited and slow. As a result, some enter legally on student or visitor visas but overstay because they cannot find legal ways to stay longer or get work permits. Another factor is the difficulty in tracking and deporting illegal immigrants from Nepal. The Nepali government often takes a long time to respond to deportation requests or may delay accepting those ordered to leave. This slow cooperation means many Nepalis remain in the U.S. without legal status for years. We can ask why so many Nepalis risk staying illegally despite possible penalties. How does Nepal's government response affect the U.S. immigration system? What challenges do Nepali immigrants face in maintaining legal status in the U.S.? The result is a significant Nepali population living in the shadows, often working in low-wage jobs without protections. Their illegal status can limit access to healthcare, education, and social services, making life difficult. At the same time, many contribute positively to local communities and economies, filling important roles in industries like hospitality and retail. There are also concerns about human trafficking and exploitation as some Nepalis pay smugglers or use unsafe routes to enter the U.S. This adds to the complexity of the immigration issue, raising questions about how to protect vulnerable migrants while enforcing laws. Nepali communities advocate for better immigration policies and faster cooperation between the U.S. and Nepal. They hope for fairer pathways to legal status that recognize the contributions of Nepali immigrants. For now, the mix of economic need, slow government cooperation, and limited visa options keeps Nepal high on the list of illegal immigrant origins in 2025. Wait. If you found this video interesting, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe for more content, and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. And now, let's go to the next country. Number 4. Bangladesh. Bangladesh ranks 4th among Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the United States in 2025. One major reason is the high rate of visa overstays. Many Bangladeshis come to the United States legally for work, study, or tourism, but, stay longer than their visas allow. This happens partly because the United States has a limited number of visas available, causing people to wait for years to get legal status. As a result, some choose to stay illegally rather than return home and wait. Another important cause is the challenge in deportation cooperation between the United States and Bangladesh. The Bangladeshi government has been slow or reluctant to accept deported individuals. This delay increases the number of undocumented Bangladeshis living in the United States for extended periods. How does this affect U.S. immigration enforcement? Why does Bangladesh delay deportation cooperation? What impact does visa overstaying have on Bangladeshis trying to live legally in the United States? Because of these issues, many Bangladeshi immigrants work without proper authorization, often in industries like restaurants, cleaning, or construction. Their illegal status makes it hard to access healthcare or social benefits, pushing them into vulnerable situations. However, many also send money back home, supporting their families and local economies in Bangladesh. There is also concern over possible visa fraud. Some individuals may misuse visa categories or fake documents to enter the United States, adding to immigration enforcement challenges. This raises questions about how to balance stricter border control with fair treatment for hardworking immigrants. Bangladeshi communities continue to advocate for clearer, faster paths to legal immigration and better diplomatic cooperation. They stress the importance of recognizing their positive contributions to American society. For now, visa overstays and slow deportation processes keep Bangladesh high on the list of countries with illegal immigrants in the United States. Number 3. Pakistan. Pakistan is the third Asian country with the most illegal immigrants in the United States in 2025. One of the main reasons is security concerns combined with visa overstays. Many Pakistanis enter the United States legally for work, education, or tourism, but, they fail to leave when their visas expire. This creates a large group of undocumented immigrants living in the country. Why do so many Pakistanis overstay their visas? How do security concerns affect visa approval for Pakistanis? What are the consequences of overstaying a visa? Another reason is the difficulty in deportation cooperation. The United States government has often criticized Pakistan for not cooperating fully when the United States wants to deport undocumented immigrants. Delays or refusals to accept deportees keep many Pakistanis in the United States illegally for years. This lack of cooperation causes frustration in United States immigration enforcement efforts. Additionally, some Pakistanis come to the United States seeking better economic opportunities, but when legal immigration paths are slow or blocked, they may stay illegally. Many work in industries like trucking, restaurants, or small businesses without proper authorization. Their illegal status means they often live in fear of deportation and have limited access to healthcare and social services. Pakistani communities are large and active in cities like New York and Chicago. Despite the challenges, many immigrants contribute positively through hard work and entrepreneurship. However, visa restrictions and immigration enforcement remain tough issues. There are also concerns about terrorism risks from extremist groups in Pakistan, leading to stricter screening and visa denials. This makes it harder for Pakistanis to enter legally, pushing some to overstay or cross illegally. How do security fears impact Pakistanis wanting to live legally in the United States? Can better diplomacy improve deportation cooperation? Overall, Pakistan's combination of visa overstays, deportation issues, and security concerns keep it among the top countries for illegal immigrants in the United States in 2025. The challenge is balancing national security with fair immigration policies for hardworking immigrants. Number 2. Philippines. The Philippines ranks second among Asian countries with the most illegal immigrants in the United States in 2025. Why are so many Filipinos staying illegally in the United States? What challenges do they face that push them to overstay their visas? And how does this affect Filipino communities both in the United States and back home? Many Filipinos initially come to the United States legally, often on work or student visas or as family-based immigrants. However, a significant number end up overstaying their visas, especially those who come as temporary workers or tourists. One major reason is the difficulty in obtaining permanent residency or citizenship through legal channels. The United States immigration system is slow and complex, causing many to remain in the country without legal status as they wait for their cases to be processed. Another factor is economic. The Philippines has a large population of overseas Filipino workers who seek better-paying jobs abroad, including in the United States. When their legal permits expire, some choose to stay illegally to continue working and supporting their families. This creates a cycle where visa overstays grow even as many Filipinos follow the rules. Deportation is another challenge. The Philippine government has had mixed success cooperating with United States immigration officials to repatriate undocumented Filipino immigrants. Delays or refusals to accept deportees can prolong illegal stays in the United States, frustrating efforts to control illegal immigration. Filipino communities in the United States are well established and supportive, but illegal status creates fear of deportation and limits access to healthcare and legal jobs. How does this impact the social and economic well-being of Filipino immigrants? Can better legal pathways reduce visa overstays? Despite these issues, many Filipino immigrants continue contributing to the United States economy in healthcare, hospitality, and other industries. The challenge is creating fair and efficient immigration policies that respect their contributions while enforcing the law. Number 1. India. India holds the top spot for having the most illegal immigrants in the United States in 2025. But why is India leading this list? What drives so many Indians to stay in the United States without legal status? And how does this affect both Indian immigrants and the United States immigration system? Many Indians come to the United States on work visas, especially the H-1B visa program, which allows skilled workers to work temporarily. However, a large number of Indian workers overstay their visas or remain in the country after their work permits expire. One reason is the long wait times for green cards due to visa backlogs. The United States limits the number of permanent visas given to Indian nationals each year, causing a huge delay for those hoping to stay legally. Economic opportunity is also a strong motivator. India has a large pool of highly skilled workers in technology, engineering, and healthcare, who seek better wages and living conditions. In the United States, many choose to stay illegally to continue working while waiting for legal status. Does the slow immigration process push skilled workers to take risks? How does this impact the Indian American community's reputation? Deportation is another key issue. The Indian government has been criticized for not fully cooperating with the United States on deporting undocumented immigrants. This lack of cooperation makes it harder to reduce illegal stays. Meanwhile, many Indian immigrants fear that immigration crackdowns will harm their families and communities. Illegal immigration from India affects the United States economy and immigration policies. While Indian immigrants contribute significantly, especially in tech and healthcare, illegal stays create challenges for enforcement and policymakers. In 2025, the question remains, can the United States and India work together to fix visa backlogs and improve legal immigration pathways? Or will the number of illegal immigrants continue to grow? For now, India remains the country with the most illegal immigrants in the United States, highlighting the need for better immigration reform. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to stay informed. Which country's immigration problem caught your attention the most? How do you think the United States can improve its immigration policies? Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear from you.